Hello everybody, welcome back to Betway Weighted to Win. Second race on the card. We're busy previewing. It's a maiden plate over 1,200 metres. Tony Peter does have a strong horse in here called Vibe SA, who does look very hard to beat. Just a quick reminder about our social media. We're on YouTube, we're on WhatsApp, we're on X. Yeah, it's for your convenience. If you're unable to watch at race time, you can watch it before then. That's entirely up to you. Betway, in terms of the market that got this horse 13 to 20. This is the QR code for Betway that's on your screen at the moment. So you scan that code and you go straight in. And Vibe says something like 6 to 10 or 6.5 to 10. Looks very hard to beat. Daryl Marie's with me again this weekend. Good to have you back on our show as always. How's it been going?
Looking great.
Thank you.
What colour is that?
I don't know. What would you call it?
Baby blue or what?
Baby blue. What do you
Clyde,
make of Vibe SA, Mr.
Tell
Lee?
us about the condition, the track condition
I
quickly.
believe it's been raining there.
No rain predicted, but if you are going to be going to the track, you need to dress warm.
Cold.
19 degrees. Isn't that cold for
Durban.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're bankering in the first leg. We're very confident of getting through Clyde. I mean, he does have the form. Very unlucky in his later start. You know, we all know that Calvin unfortunately dropped the whip. But he was beaten by a lovely sort. Excuse me, Clyde. And in his penultimate start, he was beaten also by Jan Janse van Vuren trained filly. So Seductive, who had some greater form behind her name. So, yes, I think everything is in his favour to go very close to winning. You know, his last two starts, Clyde, he only found one too good. On both of those occasions, he was so far clear of the balance of the field. In his penultimate start, he beat a horse called, I think, Parisian Walkway, who came out and won his very next start. So yes, confident bank in the bar pot. If you're looking for exactors, I'd go banker 1 by 2 and 7 boxed. 2 is now gelding, sorry, Clyde.
Okay. So everybody keen on this horse Vibe SA. Does look very hard to beat. Daryl's worked out a bipod for us. Here we go. You can have a quick look at it and banker the one. And then after that, that's the only banker. And it's a 480 Rand bipod. So Daryl does make it quite tricky today. All right, let's get on to race number 3. It's PA time. Betway's got the market Whistle the Tune, number 3, 5 to 2, recorded Friday. So when you're busy watching at race time, you can get an idea what price is Whistle the Tune now. Shortened, drifted, you know where the money is. 2 Dark Winter, 5 to 1. 5 to 1, number 7, Care Forget. And number 11, You Bring Me Joy, is currently priced up at 5 to 1. You can then get 7 to 1 and better about the others. But it's not an easy race. It's tricky. There are a few in here that have got chances, and Daryl can tell us a bit more about the race. Mr. Murray?
My guess is drifted come race time. 5 to 2 is a bit too short.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clyde, last time was her first run in the province. A fair effort. We all know what quid pro quo's gone on to do.
Yeah,
I mean, she won the Grade 1 Ellen Robertson. But the filly that finished alongside her, they were beaten quite some distance. The filly that ran third in that race was unsighted in her next start. It's the Richard Furry factor that she's been priced up so short. This is a very competitive race. Dark Winter. Now, she is held by a few on that You Bring Me Joy run, but I thought she ran below par on that occasion. She's going to love being stepped up in distance once again. I think wait until this filly goes a mile. You'll see the best of her, but I expect her to reverse the form with the fillies that finished ahead of her. Katiwe's Destiny done absolutely nothing wrong to date. Progressing nicely. She steps up to the 1400. Let's see how she goes. Scars of War interests me over here, Clyde.
Fancied.
The form line is shocking. We have to admit that.
But fancied, huh?
She beat them out of sight.
Yeah.
How far do you want her to win?
Sure.
By her penultimate start, that form line's holding up extremely well. Few winners from there. Third in that race was Strewn Sky, who came out and won and then ran third in his handicap debut. Care Forgot, a lot more handier last time out, a lot more aware from the jump. Yeah, so let's hope we survive over here. We've gone as many as 5.
Is Dark Winter your first choice?
Yes.
First choice.
Yeah. Yours, Scars of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scars of War. Okay, here we go. Here's the PA from Daryl that he's worked out for you guys. Have a look, take it down. and it's a 240 Rand per. The Gate Crasher Stakes, that's what's up next now. 1,400 meters, and there are 12 of them that will go to the gate in this particular lineup. What's the latest on the market? 3-1 the field, open race. Justin State's got the favourite Great Plains, number 12. He's 3-1. 6 Don't Cry For Me. His second choice, Sean Terry's having a great run. He's 5-1. And number 7, Mount Pinatubo for Jan Janssen van Vieren, priced up at this pretty much the same 5-1. James Marie remembers Gate Crasher, right?
I'm sure. I think he's got a photo in his house.
Of Gate Crasher?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
We need to get, you know what?
And Home Guard.
And Home Guard.
Him on Home Guard. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think we need to get James in the studio. I'm not joking. Or on course to preview race by race with us. They're very good with quartets. Eh?
I think he's a great judge of horses on parade. In the parade ring, nobody... maybe
No,
Zorro
really
can... How do you think Zorro's a
No,
close-up
not in
second?
No. James Marie.
Clyde, yeah, Great Plains, lovely 2 runs in the province. Last time out, he quickened up beautifully. Got the better of Radian. Radian should have pulled a little bit close on that occasion. He had to be taken up for a stride or two. Makazole was in the same race. Yeah, the form line's been frank, but not overly convinced, Clyde. One thing I can say about Great Plains is he behaved himself much better last time out. I'm going for the 2 Highveld Raiders over here. Now, we touched on Radian running second to Great Plains. Radian got beat by Rakesh Sugalam's horse, Chestnut Bomber, trained by Johan Janssen van Vuren. Now, Johan Janssen van Vuren has got Mount Pinatubo in here. My guess is Mount Pinatubo is a better horse than Chestnut Bomber at this stage of their career, Clyde. In his penultimate start, you have to listen to this, Clyde. You're a form lines man. In his penultimate start of Mount Pinatubo, his second run of his career, he ran in the nursery. He finished second on that occasion. Who finished behind him? Proceed.
Gee whiz.
Proceed came out and won the Protea, I think.
Yes,
And then the Grade 1 gold medallion.
correct.
He had him behind him. Also behind him was Danton of Santon. Danton from Santon, the boys from Benoni.
Yeah.
So yes,
Sava
I'm
Savi.
sliding towards Mount Pinatubo. He's been gelded now. Don't know his well-being, but I think he is the horse to beat. Now, Don't Cry For Me was soundly beaten last time out, but Truth could be something special. You know, I expected more from him, but he's a type of horse that goes handy. You can see in his penultimate start, he got the better of Winds of Change. Now, Winds of Change had excuses that day, but he came out and ran third in the gold medallion. I think it's strong enough form. So I've gone 6 and 7. If you want to play trifectas and quartets, please add in number 4, Wahid. He's a lovely sort, Clyde. Don't worry too much about the form line.
Okay. We've heard that from Daryl. Thank you so much, Daryl. Much appreciated. In terms of our selections now, he's gone the Highveld horses, but those are his horses. Darren Burrows, on the other hand, has worked out a pick 6 for you guys, and he is bankering number 8 later on, double Grand Slam. Back with us now, race number 5 is the Dolphins Cup Trial. This is a Group 3 over 1,800 metres. Let's take a look at what Betway is doing here. They've got Oriental Charm, number 10, top of the boards. Friday morning, 7-2. 11, Mucho Dinero, 4-1. Number 2, Ponte Pietras, 9-2. And they bet 8-1 and better about the others. In this event, I thought Jordan won a good race the last time we watched Jordan run. And Sean Terry, Craig Zaki, I see he declares +1/2. I think he's got a bit of ability, this horse, Jordan. I know you liked him once before, it cost you.
Clyde, from day one, Mr. Terry has rated the son of Savannah. A few runs back, he said, excuse me, Clyde, he may not be his rating yet, he needs to strengthen up. But recently, Mr. Terry is of the opinion that he could be better than currently rated. Last time out, he could only pick up the 6 pounds. He beat a horse called Barbaresco. I know he received a lot of weight, but Barbaresco is now 122. In that race was William Ironarm as well. So he ran well above his current rating. I know he's under sufferance of a year, but don't read too much into that. He's an improving son of Silvano, going the right way. I like his chances. Oriental Charm, Clyde. He has a horse that ran a cracking race last time out, but I've always rated him. I've always liked what I've seen, but he's been doing things the wrong way. Over racing, last time out settled beautifully. He actually rallied very late in that race. He did pick up a penalty, beaten by a lovely Swords in Future Swing, but I know there are several meeting him at better weight terms this time round. I watched that replay a few times. I'm of the opinion that despite the turnaround in the weights, he's going to confirm that form.
Okay, and JP Panamera is still on it, huh?
Yes, well, he rides for Mr. Bort. So, yeah. Mucha De Niro held, better off at the weights, had a few excuses. You can't discount Richard Free currently, Clyde.
No.
Maybe this was his better allowed to unwind around the bend already because he does have a nice turn off foot. Don't be surprised to see Richard pull off the fence and go wide and come with a run. And then Shoemaker, or Schumacher, number one, however you want to pronounce him. Needed his last start. Mr. De Kock said he needs it. They dropped him out. I watched the replay. He stayed on nicely all the way to the line. If Striker can get him a little bit closer to the pace from a one draw, don't be surprised. My top two picks, 7 and 11. Respect for 1 and... 7 and 10. 7 and 10. Respect for 1 and 11.
Okay. 7 and 10. Respect for 1 and 11. Jordan's at 7 to 1. Might be the horse to beat. Here's some selections. Darren Burrows' jackpot. As you know, he's banked at double Grand Slam. And horses in the other 3 legs. On to the Tiina Stakes. Group 2, 1,400 metres. Very exciting horse here in double Grand Slam. He's priced up 6 to 10 to win it. That's the action about this horse. Has won impressively at Greyville already. Blew the field away. Last time out, Taraskova beaten a half a length. Let's talk about that run a little bit. What you make of that defeat. Because that's important. What do you make of that defeat?
I was disappointed she never went past her. One can say it had to do with the mile. You know, she's had 3 cracks at the mile, Clyde. She's yet to win over a mile. Maybe at this stage of her career, she's better over 1,400. It appears so. Best weighted, 2.5 kgs best in a year. Back in a mile. Everything points in her favour.
Back in the 14, you mean?
Excuse me, Clyde. Yes, back in a 14, sorry. But everything points towards her getting back on the winning ways or a winning track over here. Clyde, I love her chances. You know, herself and Reskova, who got a peach of a ride last time out, were like 5 odd lengths clear of the ultra-consistent White Pearl. So, yes, I can see her trotting up over here. But I want to say something, Clyde. Humdinger will be no pushover. You know, she won this race last year. Last year, the 4-year-olds, the older fillies, got the better of the 3-year-olds. They ran first and second. Striker on Humdinger is deadly. Last time out, yes, below par, but there's a horse rated 70 in that race. Was making it difficult for her up front. She never quite got there. Striker's going to make use of her. She's a galloper. She will get to the front and she will get first run on double Grand Slam, who I expect to run on bar. But Humdinger on her day is very, very gutsy. In that race, Clyde, was Real Aussie, we know. Cousin Casey. Almutana, who's one of the best milers around. Give me another chance. That was a hotly contested field last time out, and she wasn't disgraced. But yes, double Grand Slam, the filly to beat, back in 1,400, over Humdinger. I think that's a solid exacta. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy. But you found Humdinger, that's the danger. 2 double Grand Slam. Double Grand Slam is super strong over 7 furlongs. Of that, there's no doubt. Humdinger might make it race. Let's see. Yes, selections now for the race, and Darren Burrows, he doesn't want to know about double Grand Slam, and he's loaded everywhere else. All right, the moment's come. It's the Hollywood Bets Gold Challenge Group 1, 1600 meters. The press, the media, all over social media saying this is the race of the decade. The horses that are coming together to meet here at this moment in time, we haven't seen in many, many a year. The rivalry is at its absolute best. In terms of Betway, this is what they got going. From a market perspective on Friday, Main Defender number 3, 33 to 10. 4 Sandringham Summit is 7 to 2. 11 Lucky Lad 9 to 2. 9 See It Again 5 to 1. Number 6 Dave the King 8 to 1. 10 Snow Pilot 10s. And Cousin Casey number 2 is at 12 to 1. You get cold shivers when you talk about a race like this.
Clyde, after the show, you're getting on the phone with Jonathan Bloomberg from Betway.
Yes.
We need to get 2 tickets down to Hollywood Bets Gravel
go
to go
watch
watch this race tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
No, we have to. What a race.
Right, so
let me
dissect
just
it
say,
for
if
us.
you're having a punt in this race, you're a little bit of a sicko, Clyde, because this, you just want to watch. You might have a small interest, but if you're going into this race confident about anything, good luck to you. I mean, what a race. Main Defender, you know, I am leaning towards the 3-year-olds. We saw Main Defender in the Horse Chestnut beat the older opposition. We saw Sandringham Summit beat the older opposition in the Hawaii. We saw Lucky Lad beat them in the Senior Santa. So I do like the 3-year-olds here. But yeah, all of numbers 3, 4, and 11. But Clyde, See It Again, back in KZN. He ran fresh last year. He ran second to Charles Dickens. He was actually very unlucky. He could have finished much closer. Then you got the likes of Dave the King. Now he is held on the Horse Chestnut run, but Clyde, he's 1.5 kilos better off. That was run at Turfentine stand side. This horse at Gravel over a mile. He's deadly. Please believe me. If Musi can catch a little bit of a break on them at the top of the straight, I wouldn't be surprised to see him fight it out of the older horses over here. So, yeah, we can talk about this race forever. Main Defender last time out just proved that he isn't one-dimensional. He can be ridden off the pace, Clyde. He quickened up like a superstar last time after getting a terrible break. Sandringham, this is his target. He's going to be spot on. Yeah, Clyde, I don't know what to say. Who do you fancy?
Listen, I've always said Main Defender has the most unbelievable stride in that he covers ground in most cases that a horse might take 2 strides to cover. He is that kind of horse. He has an unbelievable stride on him, this horse. I was super impressed to watch Lucky Lad turn it on the way that he did over at that Scottsville track. I mean, I couldn't believe what I saw. Nobody could believe it. So this horse has matured into becoming a champion. So this is a great race. Sandringham Summit's a beautiful horse. Here, no more talking. Here's selections. You guys decide. Daryl's got a pick 3, all of 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 11, by 7 and 9, by 1, 3, 4. What a race. The Durban Dash, that's this race. It's over 1,100 meters. Scratch number 4 not running. So there are 9 horses that will go to the gate here. Just an update on the betting. Everybody knows the rules. Betting first. 7 Teflon Man is top of the board, priced up at 5 to 2. Second choice, number 9 King of the Gauls, 5 to 2. And then you got 3 Troppa Veloci, who's priced up at 9 to 2. 8 to 1 and better about the others. I'm all over King of the Gauls personally. I love the way this horse looks. I love the way it moves. It's 1 at 1,200, so I'm not worried about distance or anything like that. And he's got Richard Ferry in the saddle again, so I like that. What do you like there?
Clyde, this horse from day one has always looked like he's got huge potential about him. I mean, just the way, if you see him in the canter past, I mean, he's a lovely looking son of Vercingetorix. He's got a lot of ability about him. You know, he's done very little wrong since being gelded. He's on the upgrade in a very positive manner. He just keeps on improving. And I think more importantly, he's learned how to race. Early on in his career, it was a little bit of a tearaway. But now lately, he seems to to have a nice cruising speed, and he kicks off that. So, yes, he does have a wide draw to contend with, and yes, he's out at the weights, but I wouldn't read into that too much because he is is still better than his current rating, in my opinion, and he's got good gate speed to overcome that draw. I do, however, believe he's bumping a very nice sort in Teflon Man. Now, last time out, we all saw what went wrong, Clyde. Craig Zaki stood up in the irons for the last 400 meters. He's having his peak run. At Gravel over 1100, I think King of the Gauls is going to get first run on him. But it's not too big a field, so he shouldn't have too much ground to make up. Now, the best weighted is the filly Troppa Valace. I think she's booked for third of the year because she is taking on two lovely up-and-coming improving sorts in Teflon Man and King of the Gauls. I don't want to separate them. I think if they are going to cut throats up front, it might just pave the way for Teflon Man to sweep on bar. So 7 and 9 to fight it out.
Okay.
Banker 3 in the trifecta for third. But I think I've put her for second as well.
As well. All right. Well, you worked it out nicely. For us, you're not writing off King of the Gaul, which I'm happy about. You also give it a big chance, but clearly that the horse to beat is Teflon Man. Okay, let's have a look. Here's Daryl's trifecta. 7 and 9 to win. 379 for second and third. Ninth and final race. Welcome back to Betway Weighted to Win. Let's talk about it. It's a maiden plate over 1,800 metres. Betway's got Nautical Landing top of the board. So it's probably right, 2 to 1. It's been really consistent, this horse, and maybe this is the kind of race Nautical Landing could break it. Second choice is Sweeter Than Honey, number 3, priced up at 3 to 1. And then you've got Izibulu, number 4, who's currently priced up at 7 to 2. You get 7, 8 to 1 and better about the others. Having said that, Nautical Landing is consistent and maybe the right horse. Personally, I don't like the race. I think you can get a result. Daryl?
I'm not too sure if you can get a result, Clyde.
No? Get a bit of a shocker?
Yeah, Nautical Landing, nice couple of efforts recently. Appears to be very one-paced. Just stays on one pace. She's a grinder. Steps up in trip. Let's see how she goes. Looks like she'll appreciate the extra. Yeah, she is a 2-year-old, Clyde, which I think the 2-year-olds will dominate over here. The older fillies are very, very exposed, limited, had their chances. So, number 1 and 4 to fight it out. I've got a preference for number 4, Izibulu. Now, she's by Lancaster Bomber. Her dam, Clyde, ran third in the Winter Oaks. She's gone from 1,000 to 1,200. Mr. Pulle's put her straight into 1,800. Okay. She's bred for the extra. I wouldn't read too much into her form. It's over distances far short of what she's bred for. So I think we're going to see major improvement from the 4. I just hope that she does see it out. If she does, I think she might just quicken better than number 1 of year, Nautical Landing. So I'm going 4-1-3 in that order.
Okay. 4-1-3 from Daryl. Personally, I think it's an upset race. Let's have a look at selections for the last. Thank you for watching Betway Weighted to Win. As always, Darren Burrows has taken a quartet. He's boxing 1, 3, 4, 7 and 11.